I got one. And we are back with another episode of What the Hell Is My Mom Reading? This one is a werewolf romance. Fam, this one had me press buckle up. My mom found this story on Facebook. There was like a little snippet with a whole lot of contents about the whole rundown. And then 2 days later, she decided to read the thing, so I'm going to catch you up to speed. Chosen mates, not fated mates between an alpha and a no-name. For a long time, they were friends with benefits. He hasn't found his mate yet, she hasn't either, so they decided, it's like, we're here, might as well become a couple. Couple question mark. Alpha dude takes it further and makes it a contractual relationship. Because he's an alpha and he hasn't met his mate yet in so many years, he needs a Luna in place, so he decides to recruit Homegirl. He makes a highly detailed contract. Homegirl reads it, signs it, okay, boom. Now they're a couple question mark. Homegirl is doing the thing. She is an awesome Luna. Everybody loves her. Except Alpha Dude. It is literally a relationship with zero emotions except sexual. So for the past 8 years, there is zero emotions for one another, none romantic. It's simply just friends with benefits. Fam, for the past 8 years, they haven't gone on a single date, not even hold hands. It's just a whole, he goes to her room, wham, bam, thank you, man, leaves the room for the past 8 years. The only time they're ever seen as a romantic couple is when they're doing Alpha Luna business in front of the general public. Other than that, everyone goes their separate ways unless it's time to do the Boombaya. So we are approaching the 9th year and the Alpha Dude decides to go to a mating ball in hopes to find his mate. He finds his mate and she's a bitch. He brings her home, introduces her to Homegirl, and she, right out the gate, okay, congratulations, let's go ahead and reject one another. Straight face. His jaw drops so fast he can't even think, let alone know what to say. And then after a while, he could only mutter like, what? She's like, yeah, congratulations. Let's go ahead and reject one another so I can go ahead and start moving my stuff. He goes like this, like, you're not mad? You're not gonna cry? She's like, why would I be mad? I'm genuinely happy for you. When she said that, he's like, she's happy? My mom told me he was expecting her to get on her knees and beg for him. Homegirl didn't give an ounce of emotion. And not wanting to delay this any further, she goes ahead and does the rejection. They are doubled over in pain, and she says, look, you're hurting me, go ahead and accept the rejection. He goes ahead and does it. She picks herself right back up, dusts herself off, and she says, I'll be out by the morning. He's still in shock and still wondering why she isn't crying and trying to fight for him. First of all, you have done nothing to make her want to fight for you. And then something clicks for him. They have been at it like rabbits. Why out of the entire 8 years hasn't she gotten pregnant? This is where I started to get a little pressed. Y'all buckle up. So in the highly detailed contract, there is a section on what happens if she gets pregnant. If she gets pregnant with his baby, he has full custody, she doesn't get shit. Not only that, she has no business in the child's life. She needs to disappear from him and those kids. Not only that, she does get paid. Do you want to know how much she gets paid? $25,000? No. $2,500? No. $25 period. She gets paid $25 per child and she has to foot the medical bills. You think being in a werewolf pack that has their own hospital, you get free healthcare, especially since you're a person of power. But no, Alpha Dude really pulled the Uno reverse card. She doesn't get shit. She's also working for him for free, doing the Luna duties. So all she gets is the Luna suite until he finds his mate and a few minutes to Pound Town. And this motherfucker is wondering why she wasn't on her knees begging for him. Now, back to Alpha Dude's question in hand. Out of the entire 8 years, how come she hasn't gotten pregnant? Her wolf was the reason why. After reading the contract, and it states that if she ever got pregnant, he will have full custody and they would have nothing to do with the kids. She got pissed off and she pretty much just like turned off the whole baby making machine. So she leaves and finds a job at the Werewolf Council. Time passes and guess who's pregnant with whose baby? Moving back to Alpha Dude, his new girl has made the pack a mess. She's conceited. She doesn't know what the fuck to do with the pack, much less care about the pack. She's using the pack's money to buy expensive shit. And everybody hates her and everyone wants Homegirl back. During that whole time, Alpha Dude is constantly comparing New Girl with Old Girl. Like, for example, New Girl was taking an hour and a half just to do her makeup, and then he's over here like, why is she taking so long? My old girl never did that. She was always time efficient. New girl will wear skimpy clothes to a black tie meeting, and he's over here like, old girl would never do that. She always dressed modest and very classy. He never said that to her face. He only said it in his head. One day, Alpha Dude gets an email. He doesn't know he got that email. Guess who's the one who found the email? New girl. The werewolf council where homegirl is at messages alpha dude about the baby. New girl is pissed off and says, I want nothing to do with that bastard child. They're thinking this is alpha dude saying this. Werewolf council responds back like, no, because you completed the mating bond, the child is legitimate and has rights. In response to that, new girl says, I want nothing to do with the child. I relinquish all my rights. Werewolf council is like, okay, bet, we'll file the paperwork. Done. And to this day, alpha dude never saw the email. Homegirl gets the news, she's taking this in stride, okay. 9 years pass, she's no longer working with the werewolf council and she's into a new pack with her 9-year-old baby. There is a meeting happening in homegirl's pack and guess who walks in the door? And sees her and the baby. He's in shock and he won't get out of her face and the baby's face. Everyone who's watching this interaction is giving him the stank face because from what they heard, he relinquished all his rights, so why is he bothering them? And that's where we're at so far, so I don't even know yet if this guy is even endgame. And I just know that this is going to be one hell of a custody battle because she did sign that contract. And not to mention, homegirl still hasn't met her mate yet. So I'll keep you guys updated when I find out.